It's real out here in these streets.
The streets of Vegas.
My man.
Ran Blacc. What's
Good.
good,
What's
fam?
up, man? We about to
Ran
get
Blacc
in.
on the streets of Vegas, man. We're gonna handle this, man. We're
You
gonna
already
get
know.
into his album release and whatever he's been had going on this year, man. So stay tuned. Streets of Vegas. Ran Blacc. DJ DFos. Let's go.
All right, DJ DFos, The Streets of Vegas, Season 4, Episode 8 with my man, Ran Blacc.
Ski!
Welcome back to the show, my brother. How you doing, man?
See you.
Man,
You know
good
what
to
it
see
is.
you, man.
Kentucky boys back.
Yeah, Kentucky boys back, man. Appreciate you tapping in, man.
Absolutely, you already
just
know.
want to catch up to you, man. Know we were supposed to link a minute back, man, and wanted to get at you when the album first came out. Congratulations on the new
Appreciate you.
release.
Thank you.
Emotions of a Man. So we definitely gonna get into that and talk about that, man. So how you been, man?
I've been trying to stay out the way, man.
Yeah.
Like, for
Yeah.
real, you know,
Yeah.
COVID
Yeah.
and all that. Then I know last time we spoke, the Brotherhood Project had just dropped.
Right,
We got
right.
to speak
Yep,
about
okay.
my moms and all that. So just moved her back to Kentucky. You know what I mean?
you moved her back to
Pops
Kentucky?
back in
Okay,
Kentucky.
okay,
So,
okay.
you know what I mean? With her and her cancer and all that, I was just trying to stay out the way, brother.
Yeah,
You know,
that's true,
I
man.
couldn't go and
Yeah.
come as I pleased.
Not like that, yeah, not like
you
that.
already
What part of Kentucky was she? Is she in?
She in Richmond.
Richmond,
Yeah,
okay,
she in
Richmond.
Richmond.
And I'm from Louisville, so
Yeah,
it's, you know, it's still all
It's
Kentucky.
it's
though.
blue and red over here.
it's
Blue and
still
red over
Kentucky.
here. You know what I'm
Yeah,
talking about?
Yeah, he's a Wildcat boy. I'm a Cardinal boy.
You know what I'm talking about?
It's funny we both out here in Vegas, though, man.
Facts.
So let's talk about the album, man. What inspired Emotions of a Man? What inspired that release, man? I love the album, man. I was bumping it, you know, for a minute, man. What inspired it?
Let me
man?
back up before we talk about the inspiration. I know that in dropping the project, I tried to record. It's probably a 3-year process of recording these songs.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
okay.
And then I was working on 2 projects. I was working on the Mama's Boy project, was the dedication to my mama, my
Okay,
EP.
okay, that's
then-
necessary right there.
I've been trying to do it for like 4 years now,
Okay,
D, and I just
okay,
can't get it
okay.
done.
Just
You
can't-
feel what I'm
okay,
saying? Like
right,
it just
okay.
nothing ever fits right for me. But
okay.
so I recorded probably about 8 to 10 songs. I was gonna try to separate them into the Mama's Boy project and the Hip Hop and B project. You
Okay,
feel me?
okay.
And then as we kept separating them, bro, they just didn't fit on those albums.
Okay,
You know what I
okay.
mean? So-
Sometimes that happens, I know.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean? And in
yeah,
the period of time, in a 3-year period, that's when this project was created. After we sat there for a minute, these songs went together.
Okay,
You know what I mean? We
okay. They
couldn't
kind of
separate the
meshed
songs.
together.
We
Okay,
couldn't
okay.
separate them. You know what I mean? They
Okay,
had to be put
okay,
together.
okay.
And then when I sat down with my engineer in San Diego, Loose Lyric, sat down with my man, my artist and director of music, 11 EMC, and I started talking to him about, you know, on the Mama's Boy project, I was gonna have spoken word.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
okay.
And they were like, yo, just shoot it out early. You know what I mean? And it was a big fear because, you know, ain't nobody ever heard me do my poetry.
Right,
my
man. I
spoken
didn't know you
word.
did poetry.
Absolutely.
Man.
You feel me? So,
you cold with it too, man.
it was a lot of anxiety of just, you know, us as men. You know, first and foremost, the inspiration of the project is about mental health. You know what I mean?
Okay. The emotions that men deal with that we
Every
kinda
day.
suppress.
No,
Yeah,
every
yeah,
day.
right,
It
okay,
ain't no
yeah,
kind
yeah,
of suppress.
yeah,
Come
yeah,
on,
yeah,
D.
yeah,
Especially
yeah.
black men.
Black
you know what I
men,
mean?
right,
Especially men
right,
of color.
right.
You grew up in a certain way that, you know, if you was crying, you know what I mean? Your mama would be like, stop acting like a little girl. You know what I mean? Don't be a crybaby. You know what I mean? So all of those things were, as black men, we should be able to express these emotions, even in love, bro. Us as black men don't. You might love a woman, but you can't show you love a
don't
woman.
express it,
You know what I'm saying?
right,
So,
right. And I know you've been getting your expression on with your
I've been
lady
trying
lately.
a little
I
bit.
feel
Listen,
you
a
on
little
that,
bit.
man. Hey, that's necessary.
I've been
to see that.
it is, and I was
yeah.
raised a certain kind of way. You know that some of that information you don't put out. You know what I mean? But you got to also look at it from a standpoint of a woman. You know what I mean? A woman
Right.
wants
They
to be
want to see it. They
recognized.
want to know that. Yeah.
She wants to be
right,
recognized.
Right.
So
They do.
when you
yeah.
don't recognize her in public, now all of a sudden she feel like you hiding her or you not trying to. You know what I'm saying? So it
Even
was just
though you feel a certain way about it.
regardless.
you gotta
Yeah,
let her know.
yeah.
Right,
Even if I
right,
didn't
right.
let you know on social media, I think I should show you every day. But
Right.
in the
But
day and
they
age
need
that
to
we
see
live
it,
in,
yeah,
the
in
day and
this
age we live in
yeah.
now is that social media matters more. You know what I mean? So the inspiration was just about all that mental health, being able to talk about these emotions that us men go through, again, especially black men.
Black men, yeah,
So it was an anxiety about the spoken word. Are they gonna dig that? Because I've never presented.
So it was
that
kind of like
before.
taking a creative risk, almost.
A hell of a risk.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You didn't know how well it was going to be received,
Or if it was gonna be received at all, brother. You know, you go from rapper to singer to spoken word.
Yeah, but it's
Now they
all-
looking
I
at
think
you
it's
like,
all
yo.
about artistry though.
Absolutely.
I think,
Well, that's
I think,
and me
yeah,
and you talked about that before. Like,
Right.
I consider myself an artist, not a rapper or a
Right.
singer.
Right.
You know
And
what I mean?
you consider just a rapper, you boxed in. You boxed in.
I mean, you
Yeah,
can find
yeah,
1,000 something rappers in the city right now.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right,
So I just felt like to project this project the way I wanted to, I needed to be able to give it all my artistry. I needed to put everything,
like every trick in the bag,
all of it. When you look at it, when you see it, when you listen to it, I love that you said, bro, it's a nice project. It says something, because that's the response I wanted.
Right,
Even if I get some of my most gangster friends, it's like, yo, dog,
and it was well rounded.
It sounds soft. It sounds soft. It's cool, but I'm sure when you sitting at home by yourself, it ain't so soft.
But it's an album that I like that you can throw on and groove with it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, and then I was wondering how the spoken word was gonna flow too. But I like how you interjecting them through the songs.
It's like a story.
Yeah, and I'm like, man, it's easy to follow and it's smooth, man. I really liked it, man.
It's almost like writing a book, almost.
Right, right. And that's what they say, you know, artists are writers. A writer's a
Facts,
writer.
yeah,
You writing
facts.
a rap,
Yeah,
a
facts.
record, or a movie.
Facts.
A writer's a writer.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So I commend you on that, though,
Appreciate
man. But
you.
it brought back that kind of like, I know you call it hip hop and beat, but it's like that R&G, that
rhythm and grown.
You know what I mean? And it was a vibe, man.
We just
Especially-
changed the name a little bit.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean?
Especially Screen Friend.
No, they just ask because we on FaceTime.
I don't care even if it's FaceTime. Yeah,
Whatever.
it don't make sense to me. You dig? You just tell them this.
Tell them what?
You can tell them I'm your screen friend.
Man, come on, man. I'm like, man, this is the
But who
banger,
ain't?
man.
But who ain't? Listen, the crazy part, you know, I teach now and all that,
Okay,
right? So
right,
when my kids listen to the project, you know, to me, that's a more grown song.
It's a grown song.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, that is.
But
That
even my
song,
kids get it.
They get it because the era we in.
Yeah, they even get it. You know what I mean?
they
So,
get it.
that was a.
That should be like,
Yeah,
I don't
that
know
was
if you had a
inspiring.
lead single on there, but that's out the gate, bro.
Oh no, man! I
Like,
think it's some other ones, but
that's
listen, I
great.
get what you're saying because a lot of
Yeah,
people
but I
like
mean,
that
there's
one.
some bangers on
but
that,
take
but
it back, I'm
yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Something
okay.
I never had.
Yeah,
Like all of them, I feel like they go hard too, and we're gonna do a
You
re-release.
dipped on me.
Dipped on me.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
And I guess as you get older and you've been through, you know, in relationships and time, a lot of them was relatable.
Absolutely.
It wasn't nothing foreign.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
I can
yeah,
feel
yeah,
where it's
yeah,
going
yeah,
on that,
yeah,
you know.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I definitely was digging. I didn't know what to think of it neither. I was like, okay, let
Look,
me
you
check
see,
it
I
out.
got chilled right. This,
Yeah, I
the
said,
whole,
but this is
the
Ran
whole,
Blacc. I know how
yeah.
you come. And it's what I've known of you, not to be just like, I'm not
please,
just
go give it to me.
a hard rapper. I'm not just a, you know what I mean? You kind of like, you let it out, man. So
I feel like when I first started almost 12 years ago, coming back to doing music. Remember we talked about I retired, focused on my nonprofit, and then came back. But and coming back, bro, especially coming into the education field, it really awoken me to like, yo, you got kids listening to
you
you
got
now.
kids to listen.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
bigger,
So some of them stories I was telling earlier in my music career, you don't really want to tell them stories
The kids are checking
no more.
for you now. Yeah, they're checking for you now.
Yeah. Numbers going up.
You're right. That is true, man.
Yeah.
Who was the producers you work with? Are you still recording in San Diego?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, really?
Yes, sir.
Still?
Yes, sir.
You go up there and just knock
once
out
a
whole
week.
bunch of
Once a
stuff?
week, bro.
Once a week?
I mean, once a month. Once a month, brother. Once a month, I'm go up there. And, you know, my clothing line out there too. Matter of fact,
Okay.
while we doing that real quick, I want to bring you some. Okay. You see, I got that good Rise and Grind on
Rise
today.
and Grind,
so
man.
this
Yeah,
the Ran Blacc edition Rise and Grind shirt with the Rise and Grind hat.
I like that.
You know what I'm talking about? We got you
Where can
one.
they get that at?
We
man?
go online, Facebook. You know what I'm saying? We
Cut
got
it
you
out,
one.
man.
You know what I'm
Cut
saying?
it out,
and then
bro.
every time, if you order something online and we send it to you, you get this membership card. So we sent that to you too. And then just to make sure that you don't forget about your boy, not never.
Man.
I brought both the projects
Yeah,
for you
both-
so you can
okay.
scan them.
Scan
and,
them
you
and
know,
everything,
yeah, you
man.
know, I
Come
came
on,
with
man.
gifts, baby. I
Yeah,
came
man,
with
I
gifts, you
appreciate
did.
you, man. I
But yeah, this
appreciate
just,
you,
you know, I hit
Crown Republic
on my
official.
social media and all that. I'm always talking about Rise and Grind.
Right, I like that, man. And then you like me, you up early, man.
Yeah, 4
You be up
o'clock.
early, drop. I'm like,
4
man,
o'clock.
I thought I wake the birds up,
4
man.
o'clock, brother.
I said I thought I was the only one.
I be the
man.
one searching for the worms. You heard me? I'm trying to feed
thought I was
everybody
the
else.
one,
You
man. I
dig?
like
So,
that, though. So I was feeling
and
that
it don't
shirt.
matter though. It don't matter when I go to sleep though. Like.
Me too.
I go to sleep at 1, 2 o'clock. I
I'm
get
still
3
up.
hours. My
I'm
chick
still
be
up,
like,
right.
"How do you only get
Right,
3 hours of
right,
sleep and still
right,
go?" Like
right,
it's
right.
just football, whatever. Just the way that life has adapted for me and what I've adapted to in life, brother. That 3 hours all I need.
That's all you need.
You know what I mean?
Boom. I'm fully charged. It's like the fast charge on the phone.
Yeah,
Boom.
yeah.
I'm fully
Yeah,
charged.
I'm ready to
80,
go.
90%.
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Yeah,
Ready to go.
yeah,
On 3
yeah.
hours, I get it.
Yeah,
You feel me?
3 hours,
And it goes
man.
back to us talking what we talked about before. Like I'm a cup filler, bro. You know what I mean? So I fill cups all day with kids. You know what I mean?
Right. I know that's
Sports and all
big.
that.
That's a
Yeah,
big
no,
part of your
absolutely.
life,
So
man.
me to get home and get that 3 in is kind of me refilling my cup and getting back at it. But to the question you asked, go out there once a month. When I go out there, I have artists with me sometimes. Sometimes I don't. You know what I mean? More often than not, lately I've been trying to go on my own because I've been so focused on everybody else.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
And then you focus
that
on
I haven't
you.
spent enough time on Randy.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Or on Ran Blacc, the artist. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
there's a lot of things that Ran Blacc wants to do, has on the table, like the radio station. You know what I mean? Like there's so much stuff that we got sitting, the podcast. There's so much that we got going on that Randy needs to sit down and focus on him rather than trying to take care of his artists and managing his models and his comedians.
Then you kind of push to the back,
bro, all the time. You know what I mean? So then all of a sudden I'm looking at myself like, dang, I got 6 or 7 singles that I ain't did nothing with. I got to figure out what I'm gonna do next. You know what I mean?
Is it a challenge, man, or what's the challenge being, Crown Republic? Being the artist and the CEO, because you still like, you got a slot too and all that.
Not being selfish.
Yeah. Okay.
You feel me? Understanding the business and when in the business, I'm the CEO. You know what I mean? We got Crown Republic South now out of Richmond, Kentucky, and all that. So I got 7 artists out there, director of music down there.
Wow,
I got 6 artists in Vegas. I got 2 artists in San Diego. I got my director of music in San Diego. You know what I mean? So
got a big connection with
bro,
San Diego, man.
Yeah, we everywhere. You know what I mean? So it's just it's understanding. It's just understanding the fact that I got other people underneath me, and these people are trying to do some of the same things I'm trying to do.
They're trying to get to
you know what I mean? So I can't be Crown Republic can't be all about Ran Blacc,
right?
Because then all of a sudden your other artists is like, well, what I'm here?
What am I here? Yeah, they falling behind the wayside.
It's just the balance, bro. The balance.
Yeah. What's new with y'all? What do y'all got on the horizon?
Like, we just dropped a project out of the Crown Republic South called The Rebirth. So it's like the rebirth for Crown Republic South. Okay. So it's all the artists that I'm working with in Crown Republic South, and that thing went up. You know what I mean? We went out there and threw a party out there. And we were just
I seen that, man.
Bro.
You said it was live,
bro,
man.
We, in Richmond, it's like a college town.
Yeah,
so, the bars and all that, they don't go hard until school comes.
Had they already had a base established, the artists down there?
No, we closed it. So I don't know if we talked about this last time, but I had closed Crown Republic South last time because it got to a point where selfishness and greediness and we wasn't doing the music for the right reason. It was about the girls and who's seeing us, not about the money. I spend too much money investing money in these artists for us to be worried about the girls.
They worried about
or I'm doing a show tonight. I'm not worried about getting paid for the show. I'm worried about who I'm taking home.
Right. Yeah. So they're not worried about the business. They're worried about the show and not the business.
They're worried about the artistry and the hoopla and the social media part of it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And I needed it to refocus us as a group, especially in the South, that I don't care if y'all like each other or not. I don't care if y'all hang around with each other or not. This is business.
You
know what I mean? So the first thing that we need to be focused on is the business, the promotion, the advertisement.
First and
foremost.
foremost.
Off the top. So we shut it down and restarted it, and that's why we called that project the Rebirth.
Okay, coming back. Did you kind of regroup everybody's mindset?
Try to, but we all grown. So, you can't teach an old dog new trick.
Right.
You know what I mean? But you can kind of, this is what we're going to do. And if you ain't going to do it, then go do it by yourself.
Go do it by yourself,
you know what I'm saying?
Go get somebody down, because you the support and all that, man.
Everything, man. Yeah. Everything, man.
I feel you. What's up with X, man?
11.
11, I
mean. Yeah, 11.
What's up with him?
11, man. He just dropped a single called Fire Within. He got a project that just dropped about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago. That project is sick, called Out of My Mind.
Out of My Mind.
And it's actually him, like, it's like a therapy. Like, listen, one thing I can say we do well, make sure y'all hear this for real. One thing we do well is put together projects.
Y'all do.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, we'll drop some singles. Bro, we gonna make sure that when the project come out, it's a story. It's got to grab your attention. I feel like the music, I know we talked earlier, but the music nowadays don't grab my attention.
No, it's don't.
You know what I'm saying? I hear it. Oh, that's hot. That's cool. But then when you listen to the project, you like, oh, no.
Yeah, it don't grab. It's not the same. Yeah, it's not the same.
That's just something I grow up watching Master P and them. You know what I'm saying? Growing up watching Wu-Tang them.
Right.
You know what I mean? Watching how Death Row and them did. They like, I watched and learned from them, and I figured when I had my opportunity to do the same thing,
I was gonna do the rollout.
Bro, I want to bring books. I want you to get a audio book when you hear our project.
You can really get into it.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, facts. So 11's project is about a therapy session. It's as if he's sitting down with a therapist talking about what's going on in his head. So it's out of my mind.
Out of my mind. You know and it's conceptual too, right? I like that, man. I definitely got to check that out.
Yeah, it go hard. It go hard.
Shout out to 11.
11,
man.
11.
Thing,
what up,
man.
though, boy?
Yeah, shout out to him, man. Speaking about switching gears a little bit, man, you was talking about like how's things going with with the education and you being a teacher also, man. How's that going?
Man, I had to move. I was at a school in the North Las Vegas area called Somerset Losey, right? Great school, man. I was doing student council there, head middle school basketball coach, high school basketball coach.
You got your hands in a lot.
I do
bro.
everything, man. You
Yeah,
already know.
yeah.
But I felt like, I grew up on the west side. I mean, I grew up in Spring Valley. Those kids I gave 2 years to, and they used me, and that's what I'm here for. I'm a tool. That's what God put me there. Remember we talked about it. I don't got no teacher license. You know what I mean? Teaching wasn't teaching wasn't what I planned on doing. You know what I mean?
It's
God
crazy
put
how
me
your
in that,
path-
bro. He put, and I swayed, brother.
Yeah,
you understand? I swayed, and he kept putting me right back. Like, no, you need to be right here. You feel me?
Right.
So those kids used me, and I had those kids since 6th, 7th graders, and they got into 9th grade. I felt like. Yeah, moving on past.
They moving
now,
on, right?
You know
You
what I'm saying?
did what you could for them.
And I'm out. You know what I mean? So I went to another school. Now it's called Matter Academy East on the east side of Las Vegas, right by the detention center, right?
Oh, really?
And I feel like those kids need
They
me.
need you, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
it's a whole new group of kids.
man, essays and blacks, and, you know what I mean? And to me, if you know the east side, you know what's at the school. You feel me? And these are the same kids that feel like, don't nobody care about them. You know what I mean?
And I know you up for the challenge.
That's what I'm about.
And how long you been? Is that something just started this year? Or?
I started working at this new school this year. Yeah.
Okay, I remember you. I seen you on Facebook saying you had got a promotion.
Yeah,
a new
I was gonna walk
situation.
away from it though for a minute.
Was you?
Especially because like last year in the whole Zoom teaching thing.
Yeah,
like,
I was gonna ask you how did
Nah,
COVID change
man,
and
that-
impact everything, man? It was ugly, man.
I'm an energy dude, right?
Yeah.
So when I meet you, based upon your energy you give me, I can kind of feel,
Right.
are we gonna be
But it's hard to
successful
do
in
that
this?
through
Zoom, you don't get
can't,
that.
yeah,
And a lot of these kids, especially North Las Vegas, East Las Vegas, it's about the bond built.
A bond,
You know what I
right,
mean?
right,
if you build a
right.
certain bond with these kids in the classroom, they'll run through a brick wall for you.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
But if you don't build that bond, and that's what's tough with Zoom, it's hard to build that bond on
You
Zoom.
can make that connection.
Nah,
you know?
nah,
I seen a lot of kids falling asleep and just,
Man,
it was just
listen.
hard. I said, man, it's rough.
So I'm gonna say this, and y'all might not know this, but the suicide rate went up.
And I heard that
Tremendously
and I'm sorry, I
during
heard
that
that.
year.
Like never before in this era have we seen
Mm-hmm.
so many teens in high school like the suicide rate. Yeah. What do you think it was? The isolation or just
That
like
and
the lack of social
that
interaction?
No,
and
that
stuff
too.
Yeah.
But we're talking about a generation of kids now that they the Insta. You know what I mean? Everything
Like,
is right now.
right
you know
there,
what I mean?
right,
Even when
That's all they know.
If you think about when we was younger and Justin Bieber blew up off of YouTube, we all looked at it like it was like that probably won't happen again. You know what I'm saying? Like that won't happen ever again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it continued.
It continued. Yeah,
It continued. And then we got the Instagrammers. You know what I'm saying? And then the
want it
Instagrammers
right
really
now.
blew that
Right,
up.
right,
You know what I
right,
mean?
right,
So
yeah.
now you got the TikTokers and you got the
it seems like
Snapchatters.
each platform that comes along, like it was Facebook. Oh, now you old, you got to be on.
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah,
you got to be
yeah,
on
yeah,
Instagram.
yeah, yeah,
oh,
yeah.
you old if you're on Instagram. You got to be on TikTok.
Yeah.
So
each new app that come out is geared
It's
towards
younger,
the young kids.
right,
Yeah, nah.
right,
Have you
right,
seen the
yeah.
thing on Netflix? The social,
man,
social.
I
it
know
called?
what you're
Social
talking about.
Dilemma?
The
Social
social.
something?
That's so sick,
Bro,
man.
listen. If you really watch it, it's going to
so
enlighten you. I
sickening,
told my
man.
kids like we're gonna watch it in class because y'all need to know what y'all stuck on. Like y'all stuck on
I
this.
stuck on this, and then how like they programming it behind.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
How like you on your phone, and it says the only reason I know is because I manage different pages and accounts.
Right.
And it'll say, oh, so and so just shared a photo. I shared that photo 4 hours ago.
Right.
But they trying to lead you back
Yeah,
on the
back to
app
that page, yeah.
to get
Yeah.
more eyeballs for the advertisers. But it's then you in a rabbit hole. You looking and
Scrolling,
comparing.
yeah.
You comparing your real life to everybody's.
Everybody
highlights.
else, yeah.
They highlights. It
Yeah.
ain't even, you know.
Yeah.
It's crazy,
Yeah,
man.
no, that's real though.
yeah,
That's real though.
it's
But that's
crazy,
where
man.
we at now.
Yeah.
So you got so many kids now comparing their real life, as you just said, to what somebody put there as a highlight or yo, look at me, I'm so happy.
yeah,
When
right,
everybody ain't
right,
that happy,
right,
brother.
right,
But you
man.
portray a certain lifestyle on social media. My daddy say fake it till you make it, right?
Right,
I stopped
right.
living that like at 17.
Yeah,
'Cause then
yeah.
I think I
And
told
we
you
ran
this
out of
before. Like
work on
it
that.
hit me
Yeah,
for a
yeah,
minute.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
yo, I'm still faking it though.
I'm still faking it.
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
and it's
So
hard to fake it.
yeah. So you know,
And
that's
my
these
thing with
kids.
social media is like everybody is not who they supposed to be.
Absolutely.
POST.
Come on, man.
You know what I mean?
Come on, man.
It's
Come on, man.
It's sad.
Everybody,
man. So
listen.
that changed
Common
the
sense ain't so
dynamic.
common no more either,
No,
though.
no,
You feel me?
but that you know that pandemic and COVID there, it changed everything as
Yeah.
far as the teaching and
Yeah,
stuff. Now,
yeah.
do you think we coming up out of it now as far as the
It's gonna
teaching
take another
stuff?
year
Yeah,
because in that year, kids lost a lot.
they lost a lot.
You know what I mean? I'm not just talking about socially.
Yeah,
I'm talking about education.
Education wise,
Like
yeah.
a lot of
Almost to where
teachers
they got
weren't
put
teaching.
behind.
Man, a lot of teachers weren't teaching. No, it wasn't no almost. We're definitely behind. And if you do some research, you'll see that they say that those kids that went through the pandemic by the time they graduate, are going to be 2 years behind.
Golly.
You know what I'm saying?
2
So
years.
you thinking about an 18-year-old senior who's really a sophomore.
Really a sophomore. But he's at the graduation gate.
Yeah, because it's time for him to go.
Undeveloped.
Understand what I'm saying? Even to a point now, the educational system, if a kid fails your class, he does no work. I can give him no less than a 55%. Even if he did no work.
God.
You understand what I'm saying? So he can have zeros for everything in my grade book, but when I fail him, I got to give him 55%.
You have to give him that 5% over half.
But you didn't do nothing,
crazy. That is crazy.
So if I did no work, shouldn't I have a 0%? Why are we just giving you a 55%?
How you justifying? Yeah.
So 55% is the lowest F you can give a kid now.
That is
I don't know if you
crazy.
remember when that pandemic first happened, those last 2 months of school, we couldn't fail kids. They didn't even have to do no work. They didn't have to turn in nothing. They're going to still pass.
God.
You feel me? So last year was a struggle with that of how much is too much work. You know what I mean? And are we overloading kids with the work that we would normally ask for in a classroom?
Okay.
You know what I mean? So now that we're doing pandemic educations and online education, like, is that same work too much now?
Is that same work too much? Yeah. Man, that's why I didn't think
Yeah,
about
crazy,
that,
man.
Yeah, that's something else, though.
Different.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's different. And what about your coaching, man? What sports you coach?
Man, football, basketball, track. You know, I got my nonprofit where
Yeah.
we
What's the nonprofit again? What's it
Team
about?
Black and Blue Football, Team Black and Blue
Okay,
Athletics.
okay.
So we had it as travel squad football team. I've really narrowed that down into a lot of individual training now.
Okay.
I've kind of, even because of pandemic too, you know, sponsorship and all that dwindled down because of pandemic as well.
Everything. Everybody's
Yeah, no,
money's
business,
tight,
business,
man.
all the business anywhere. I don't care who
What
you are.
age group is in
Everything,
sports?
everything,
Okay.
brother.
Really?
Everything. I worked out a kid last week. He was 8.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Got on the ladder, went to the park. His dad asked for an hour just to go on the park and get his feet right, get on the ladder. And we got on the ladder. You know what I mean? I find out more now, especially through my nonprofit, that I enjoy that part of my nonprofit more than I did the travel team and, you know, the sports part of trying to create this big hoopla over this
Okay.
one team.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And
yeah,
we had 6 or 7 different teams, softball, baseball, basketball, all of that.
I had
but-
all of that?
yeah, and it got to a point it got overwhelmed. Especially when I went to San Diego, it was overwhelming trying to live in San Diego and run the sports part of it. in
Yeah,
Vegas.
because you physically
You know
got
what
to
I mean?
be here. Yeah,
And I'm that
yeah,
guy.
yeah,
You know, I'm a
yeah,
Capricorn. I got to have my hands into anything. I'm not going to micromanage you, but I need
Right,
to make sure
right,
everything running right. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And it got my name on it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's the
So-
biggest thing. It got your
Yeah,
name
so,
on it.
you know.
Is that year round, or you do that year round?
Yeah,
or how
it's
does
all
that-
year
is
round.
it?
Yeah. So right now with personal training is year round. When it was a travel squad, it was
And the travel squad meaning
January.
what? Y'all go in different cities?
Meaning
or-
we go play different teams from wherever.
Wow,
you know what I'm saying?
man,
And I took
yeah.
high school kids and played against adults.
Did you?
Yeah. So when they got back on the high school football field,
When they
they
got
looking
the
at the
weight
kid,
up.
bro. They looking at the kid away from, like across the field from them. Like,
Like it's
I've been
nothing.
playing against men all day.
Right,
You
yeah.
not gonna be
Grown
nothing
men,
right now.
yeah, grown men,
You feel me?
yeah,
So
yeah.
it just it puts them on a level where they feel more confident. They're more confident in their skills, and then once you see it against a grown adult, you know you're gonna be able to do it against a kid.
right,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So they go out there and they compete at a higher rate, and that's all that matters to me is that the kids going to college, man. It don't matter. One of my biggest sayings for my Black and Blue program is that any scholarship to any school
That's
is
a
an
win.
accomplishment.
Yeah, that's an
You
accomplishment.
feel me?
That's
So
an accomplishment. Yeah, is
it
that
don't
your
matter.
goal to just to get them?
Listen,
yeah.
listen, brother. If it wasn't for football, I don't know where I would have been at. Military, probably, because my daddy was a military man. You feel me?
If
So-
y'all don't know, he played for UNLV.
Absolutely.
He kind of got a football background, so he
Little
kinda
bit,
comes
you
from
did.
black.
Little bit, you
Yeah,
did.
yeah,
You know what I'm talking
he was
about?
Ran Blacc. Yeah, before all that, before the artistry and all that. Wow, man, you really stay busy though, man.
try to.
Yeah, you really stay busy.
I think
man.
that's because of, like I said, the football. You know, even going to the Jets and being on practice squad, there's a regiment, there's time, there's, I mean, there's a schedule. You feel me?
schedule, discipline. You got to be
All of
you gotta
that.
be
So when
there.
that
Yeah.
ended, it was like, okay, and I think we talked about it before. It was a year of depression where I'm like, okay, what do I do now?
What do I do now?
And I went to school and got 2 college degrees, but that didn't really make no sense to me because I'm an athlete.
Right,
And I mean, in my
right,
mind,
right.
I'm still an athlete. And I think that's the biggest transfer for me when you talk about I stay busy is because I finally realized it has to be a transformation from athlete to businessman or to
Yeah,
coach.
a
or to
transition,
whatever.
like, yeah,
That part of your life is over. You know what I mean? So this is how we transition into that next part. You know what I mean?
And sometimes we get lost like that too, man. Wondering, like, especially when you're not identified as something for so
Absolutely.
long.
Absolutely.
And then it's like, okay.
It's like the loss of an identity.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. Like that season's over.
Yeah.
So now what do I do?
Now where I'm
Yeah,
going,
yeah.
who am I?
Yeah, who am
That's
I?
really the
Who am I?
question.
Yeah, yeah. If I've been known for that the whole time.
Absolutely.
You know, so That's crazy, man. Talk to us about the Rundown podcast, man. What brought that about? Man?
I don't know. We just made it up, like
Yeah,
for real.
Who's on that? Just you and
So the Rundown podcast is my own podcast by myself. We also have the Round Table podcast where we do that on Zoom and we bring anybody that wants to be a part of the discussion that we're gonna have that Sunday morning.
Whatever.
Y'all
doing on Sunday morning?
Yeah, Sunday morning discussions. You know what I mean? And it's kind of crazy because my daddy used to, you know what I'm saying, sit us down Sunday mornings. We pray. You know what I'm saying? You do a little church at home, and then my pops would open the table up for us to speak about whatever was going on in life.
That's
you know what I mean?
live, man.
So it was like a family thing. So I just thought like, yo, it's Crown Republic, Crown Music, the Crown Gang. It's all a family.
It's
so
all family,
why not open up an area where everybody can speak about whatever we got that's going on or whatever that topic is, and it all don't got to be music.
Yeah,
you know
you can take that whatever the topic is and just run with it.
What's the show? What's the show with all the girls on it? It be on TV all the time.
What are they? Is it like a
Whoopi
talk
Goldberg was on it.
The View, something like
The
that?
View. So that's what it's kind of like.
Something
it's
like
like
that.
The View.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
okay.
Where we're going to talk about all kinds of topics.
Everything,
But it don't just got to be music. You know what I mean? It's going to be entertainment.
It's
it could
gonna
be
be
parenting,
life,
it could be
it could be-
whatever.
whatever.
You know what I mean?
like
So
that, man.
that's the Round Table podcast. And then the Rundown podcast is kind of just an opportunity for everyone within Crown Republic itself to give you a rundown on what we got going on.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
And they can find that on
YouTube, SoundCloud,
okay.
Facebook. We everywhere.
Okay, yeah,
you already know.
Okay. So it's two different things.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
And how long has that been going on? Both of them.
We started the Rundown podcast late last year, and then the crazy part about the podcast is I recorded in the studio, brother.
Okay.
So I have my artists call me. They actually on the phone.
Okay, where y'all recording?
And we run the phone through the computer stuff so that we recording them through the phone. So they don't even got to be there to do the podcast with me. You feel me?
Because it's audio and all
So
that.
we just doing an audio podcast.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Technology though, man.
Facts,
Yeah.
So
technology.
then the Round Table is more Zoom where people can see us and we can talk and see each other and all that as well. Yeah.
That's big. A lot of breakthroughs on
Trying
talks
to
like that,
different.
man.
You gotta as entertainment change, you gotta change with it or you're gonna be left behind.
Right,
You know what I
man.
mean? Especially dealing with these younger kids. The younger kids are more visual.
They are.
You know what I mean? Look at them. They be on their phone. They be stuck to it, brother. So everything is
super
visual. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's visual.
Super
Yeah.
visual, man. Super visual. You ain't lying. What do you think about the current state, getting back in the music side, current state of music and the music industry in general? What do you think about where we are right now?
You trying to trap me right now?
Kinda.
Lightweight?
Yeah, kind of.
Lightweight.
I mean,
I stay out their lane.
yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah,
I'm. It's crazy. I shouldn't.
I
Even say
like
my
the
age.
post you said. Excuse me for being me.
I'm not gonna rap like everybody
yeah,
else.
I like that. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and I got homies that they hear music. You know what I'm saying? They my age, a little bit younger than me, whatever, and then they try to mimic that music.
Yeah.
And that's cool because that's what's hitting right now.
That's what's hitting.
But when you hear my music, I don't want you to be like, oh, that sounds like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They're trying to ride a wave.
Yeah, I can't be on that way.
Yeah.
I don't like getting in the ocean like that anyway. You feel me?
Right.
So
It's like
I'm gonna be on my own thing.
Cats over 30, 35 trying to wear skinny jeans. And I mean,
on,
like,
man.
you can't,
You know what I mean? Come on, man. You understand
But I
what I'm
think
talking
if you stay in your own lane, you're more original.
I feel like that too, and that's where it comes back to that hip hop and B. You know what I mean? It ain't nothing but R&B.
With
You know what I'm
hip-hop,
saying?
yeah,
But we just mixed in that Tupac, that NWA, that Biggie,
It's the
all
flavor.
that stuff
It's
we
the
grew up
right,
on. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I grew up, my mama played certain music on Saturday. We knew we was cleaning that day.
Right,
You feel what I'm
you know,
saying?
that's
So
cleaning.
we just took some of that Anita Baker and that Stevie Wonder and all that, you know what I'm saying? And then mixed it with that Tupac and that NWA because that's what we was listening
And it
to
was
at the
a
time.
nice, it was
Yeah, it's
a
a
nice
good mixture.
fusion.
Yeah, it's a good mixture.
fusion.
Yeah, it's a good
it
mixture.
is,
Look at Drake.
man.
Look what Drake doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's basically what he did. And I hate to say it like that because a lot of people be like, you kind of sound like, nah, I don't. But it's that same lane.
That
You know what I'm
lane,
saying?
But you in a different cat, but I know,
it's
that
that same lane,
But you
though.
know, it's music that's easily accessible and that you can listen to. It don't got to be, the bang bang, kill 'em up. It don't got, like everybody's different. But like you said, everybody tries to ride.
I can't murder 6 people in a song.
Yeah.
My kids gonna start asking me questions.
Yeah, they right.
You know what I'm saying?
For
I
what
can't
you
be
do,
going
too.
across. I can't be going across the border moving weight.
Yeah.
So my kids gonna ask me questions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if I make a video that look like that, my principal gonna have some questions too.
Right. It's
You know
gonna
what
be
I'm
a lot of
saying?
questions,
So now
yeah,
in
yeah.
life, it's more than just my artistry. I'm really influencing kids, not just on the football field or the basketball court, but in that classroom
In the
too.
classroom,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, because they're gonna look at that.
Bro,
Yeah, they
and
gonna
I
look at
use my music as like even like a Broken Mess. You know what I'm saying? The song about how us men treat women, or how when we meet a woman that's broken, how we be confused. Like, what am I supposed to do to
What am
help
I
you?
supposed to do?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
all of that is teaching tools that I use now, and that's kind of like I don't know if you've seen Stop Playing Games, where we went to San Diego and fed the homeless. Like I'm not a big advocate of recording my community service.
Okay.
But
yeah.
for that
Everything,
song,
yeah, for that song,
for that song,
it made
it
sense.
was
for that.
perfect.
It
Yeah,
made
it was
sense.
perfect.
It made
Yeah,
sense
it was
for that.
perfect.
Yeah, it definitely made sense for that, man. I get that. I understand that, man. And music is just it's such a backdrop for your life. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Well,
man.
for us, absolutely, because we grew up as that being the backbone of who we were. You know what I mean? Music, if you think about certain songs that you really, really know, you can remember where you were when that song came on the first time.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
Nowadays, these kids use music as an escape.
Yeah, they do.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it really is.
Like
It
Triple
really is.
X and
Yeah.
6ix9ine and all that. Like even though he snitched and all that, I got kids that still be like, yo, I bang 6ix9ine.
They still do. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So even some of the morality of what we grew up with, it don't sit well with this
Right.
new
It
generation.
don't.
And that's cool. You know what I'm saying?
But we from two different generations.
Absolutely, there
We
it
from two
is. So
different
that's why I'm saying
generations,
my
yeah.
music could never be what you hear now, because morality and street law wise, I'm not on what they
I'm
on.
not on what
You know
they
what I
on,
mean?
yeah.
But nor do I need to tell you that.
Yeah,
You know what I
and
mean?
I'm not trying to be with they
Yeah.
on. Yeah, I'm not trying to
You
be
feel
with
me?
they on.
You feel me?
It ain't for
You understand what I'm
everybody.
talking about?
Yeah, I got you, man. It's definitely
Different work.
It's different work. It's different work, man. You know, definitely, man.
Even with the like if we can go back, excuse me, but even with the emotions of men, the way that it rides, where it's song, spoken word, song, spoken word, and then at the last song, I remade my dad's song.
Yeah,
that he
I seen
made.
that.
You know
I
what I'm
seen
saying?
that.
He made it.
Yeah.
He did that on vinyl when they was traveling and doing their thing. You know what I
Did
mean? So when he asked me like, "Yo, do something with this," like it took me like a good year, bro, to really
really
finish
do it.
that song. Because I really wanted to make sure that if I was gonna remake my dad's song, you know what I'm saying?
You
That
gotta
I
do it
wanted
right.
I wanted it to be, his song was more of a gospel song. You know what I'm saying? My brighter day, his is brighter days like a brighter day.
Yeah,
You know what
and I
I'm
see
saying?
yours
Mine
is
is like a brighter days, like
Days,
what I'm
yeah, I
seeing.
seen
you know what
that.
I'm
I
saying?
seen that,
So
yeah,
I wanted
yeah.
I really wanted to manipulate the words in that. But also show you that the things that my pops was talking about at that time, it's still happening right now.
It's still happening.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's
so it
still
ain't no
happening.
difference in the song, but the words.
The words, yeah.
You know
How
what
you
I'm saying?
to yeah, that was big
Yeah.
too, man. I like how
I appreciate
you did that,
you,
man.
yeah.
When did you how long you been doing spoken word? Like was this the first
That's
time
how I
you
started
put it?
doing music, brother.
Really?
Like I started writing poetry first. You know what I'm saying? And then as I got older, you know, we would. I think we talked about it. I'd go to the store, buy a maxi single, rap on the instrumentals that was on the maxi single. You know
Shout
what I'm
out to the
saying?
maxi
The
single.
maxi singles, you dig? The remixes
place
and
you
all
can
that.
get the instrumentals,
They don't even do
boy,
none of that no more.
man.
They don't do none of that
I
no
missed
more.
them,
You feel
man.
me? But
I missed
yeah,
them.
so
I missed that era, bro.
that's how it
You know?
started. You know what I mean? Just writing poetry and keep it 1,000 on some lover boy stuff as a middle school kid. You know what I mean? Taking.
So
I don't
you've
know if
been
y'all
doing that
did
for
it.
a while,
Bro,
man.
we used to take the songs of the R&B songs and put them in a letter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can do
And
it.
yeah, you know what I'm talking about? We used to do that. The youngsters don't know about that game. You feel what I'm saying? But
yeah,
we used to do that. So that was kind of my
lyrics.
way of first starting to write poetry. You feel me? And then when rap started, I first started off like freestyling, cussing, a whole bunch of cuss words, just cussing. And then, Pops was like, yo, if you're going to do music, invest the time that you do with football like you do music. You know what I mean? So it just took more time for me to really learn how to write. And I think most artists, especially young artists, people writing some of the stuff they spitting, or they just saying a lot of nothing.
Is it right?
You know what I'm saying?
A lot,
Where I feel like I became a real artist once I went through some stuff. Once I went through some
I
stuff,
think,
I was able to write,
I think
really
that gives
write.
you more content to write
Absolutely.
about when you go through
Yeah, no,
something.
absolutely.
Whether it be pain
Absolutely.
or pleasure,
No,
whatever,
absolutely.
but it gives you a certain depth as
Absolutely.
an artist, you know.
More
So-
relatable.
Right, well, more
feel me?
relatable, yeah.
I can't relate to popping mollies and shooting up and I'm at the club and
A bunch of young
I don't do
junkies,
none of that
man.
no more. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's
So,
like you get out of that
something
whole
different,
era,
you know what I
man.
mean?
Yeah,
Something
definitely.
different.
Have you ever thought about doing like spoken word out somewhere or something?
No.
No, yeah, okay.
No, that ain't. I mean, I'm with the. I'm with the.
With the
But I ain't ready for that yet.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I'm gonna be honest with you. It's something that I like to do for me. You know what I mean?
you, yeah.
And I say again, even me putting it on my last project was like, oh shit, I didn't know what they gonna say.
What they
You know
gonna
I'm
say?
saying?
Yeah.
How they
What
gonna do
is
that?
the reception you got so far?
Bro, it's going crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Like, it's
But
going
I'm like,
crazy.
man, he did that, and it was really interesting because I hadn't seen it done. That was one of the.
Can I tell you about my man 6ix John? So 6ix John is my guy. He writes for Brian McKnight, Neo, Six for Shaq. When Shaq was doing his thing for real,
when he was doing it.
6ix John was writing that. This the Pimp Chronicles. You know that?
Okay.
That's 6ix John. He wrote
Okay.
that for Cat Williams. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay.
I forget the video game, but he got. I mean, like, my man 6 is a beast. I mean, like, he really is, and he's my inspiration of who I am as an artist. Because regardless of what he's done and what he's accomplished, he's never changed who
He's
he
never
was.
changed,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So I send all my stuff to 6, and 6 is on my projects a couple times and all that. So
Run it by him first?
All the time,
Yeah,
all the time.
okay,
But I sent the whole project to him once I was done, and he hit me back like, "Bro, I love it, but I got bored. Like, I want to get to the next song, and it's a spoken word." So I was like, "Well, I'm thinking about breaking it up because it was gonna come out as 2 different albums. You know what I'm saying? It was gonna come out as spoken word part, and then it was gonna be the songs part." And he was like, "And that might be a great idea." He was like, "But Black, if this is the idea that you had and how you wanted to present it, I don't want to tell you don't do that because if somebody else does it and it hits, you're gonna look back at me like,
right,
I should have did it." You know what I'm
And
saying?
sometimes you got to be innovative and just step out there.
Take a chance.
I think it was like, it was different, man, because the flow of the album went different. It was almost like you got a little treat in between the songs, almost like the interlude game. But it was more depth in it. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay.
The idea of it was like once we finished all the songs, I started writing the spoken word. So a lot of people think that I wrote the songs and then spoken word and another song spoken word. I actually finished all the recordings and then came back and started writing what would be interludes, but they're spoken words. You feel me? And then making sure that they fit to the next song that was coming on.
Was it you was trying to place them to where they needed proper placement? Where they
So I'm in the process of writing this cookbook, right? And we taking all my family recipes from both sides of my family, gonna put them in one.
That's big,
cookbook,
man.
right?
That's big. Yeah.
But in that, I've gone from chapter 1 to Thanksgiving.
Okay, so you
to
and then
Christmas.
you just fill in
You know what I'm
between.
saying? So that's the same way I wrote the
Okay.
Emotions of Man. Like,
Okay.
I wrote here, here's the first interlude. Let me write the interlude for this one. Okay, let me come back to this
Then
one.
you come
know what I'm
back,
saying?
and
So
then you close
the
the
feeling.
gap.
It was like
Yeah,
energy,
yeah,
bro.
yeah,
It was just
okay,
energy,
yeah.
bro, and how that energy felt at that time. But I made sure that in writing those interludes and those spoken words, bro, that they fit right in between those two songs.
Yeah, and they did, man. I
appreciate you.
I listen,
I appreciate
man.
you.
They really did, man. And tell everybody where can you find the album at? Emotions of a Man, Ran Blacc. What is
Everywhere, man.
Spotify?
I'm
on
everywhere,
listen to it
man.
on
I
Spotify.
signed to Empire 3-4 years ago.
So they're like your distribution, right?
They're and we're
I
about
was
to
even
work on.
surprised when I did the trailer that it was on TikTok too. I'm
Yeah,
like,
we everywhere.
okay, he's out here, man.
No, we
Yeah,
everywhere.
he's out here.
Now listen,
man.
my kids be tripping. They're like, "Coach, you really everywhere?"
Yeah,
Like, no, I'm
yeah,
everywhere. Like
yeah.
it ain't. It's different. You know, when you go to Disco Baby and all that, you pay them to put your music in America or overseas or whatever. Bro, I control everything my own at my house, in my studio. When I upload a song, I don't gotta ask Empire for nothing. I don't want to ask them for permission. You know what I'm saying? All I gotta do is upload it onto the program that I have. They verify it and drop it. You know what I'm saying? And then
Okay.
they
They
do
got
all
that
the
on lock.
distribution. They do
Okay.
all the distribution. I don't have to worry about where it's going. You can look
Okay.
all you gotta do is look up the song and
Look it
Google
up.
it,
Yeah,
bro,
I
and it's
typed
gonna
up,
pop up
okay.
everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
we
right.
everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
that's
global
solid.
now.
That's
Bro,
solid,
we
man.
global,
That's
D.
solid, man.
We global, D.
That's how you got to be in this era, though.
Trying,
You know
man.
what I mean? Because
Trying.
people be on different.
Regardless of your age don't got no. I mean, music ain't got no age.
No, it's
You know what I mean?
no,
So
it
that
don't. It
that's
really
something
don't.
I also try to teach my kids. Like, you look at me and to you, I'm Coach Black, your teacher. But then they sit down and I got magazines and stuff in my classroom, and they get to looking through the magazines and checking out my cards and all that, and they be like, "Coach, you everywhere." Like, yeah, TikTok, you know what I mean, everything.
yeah.
I'm waiting on somebody to make a dance. Come make a dance or something. I need a dance or
That'll
something.
be next, yeah.
I'm paying somebody. Listen,
that'll be
I'm
next,
gonna do a
man.
contest. I want somebody to do me a little dance, make me up a little dance.
Yeah, it'll be next.
Let's go viral.
The challenge. Or
Yeah,
something.
let's go viral.
Yeah, it'll be
Let's go
something, man.
viral.
I'm sure that's coming.
Listen,
I'm sure
I
that's
talk to
coming,
my kids about it all the time. They trying to get it together, you know what I'm saying? But I just want them to somebody make a dance. You know what I mean? All
What
it takes
age
is
is
one.
the group of the kids that you teach now?
Middle school to high school.
Oh, man, it's good.
So this great. Listen, they gave me a class now because of all the businesses that I own. I teach 6th grade careers class.
Do you?
So I done made the kids start companies.
Start thinking, man, that's huge.
Business
though,
models
man.
and everything,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
But
talking
that's putting them in the right direction too,
Brother,
man.
Listen,
Yeah,
I be in class tripping like.
Is
they
it like
really
an
doing it.
entrepreneur class?
No,
or
it's a
something?
careers class,
Careers
brother.
class,
It's like what
okay.
you would get in any other school if you took careers, but I don't teach it like that. Like, I really want the kids to figure out how to start a business. And I want you to start a business in something that you want to do.
That you want to do.
Not somebody told you to do it. Your daddy's a plumber, so I got to go into plumbing. No, let
And
me
that's
show you
how
how
it
to
used
start
to
another.
be.
That's
That's
how
how
it
it used to be.
yeah.
But you got, at the end of the day,
Yeah.
you got to sleep with that decision. So it might as well be something you want to do.
I say this to my kids all the time: find something that you're passionate about, even if somebody around you not passionate about it. If you passionate about it, you'll never work a day in your life.
Right.
You feel me? And that's where kids need to understand nowadays. We got a lot of kids going to the fast food thing. You know, I mean, the minimum wage went up, so it's like, oh, it's a cool job now.
But you still behind.
That ain't what you love to do, though.
Right.
So you're really sitting there bored. You're not focused. You're messing up people's orders.
And you wasting your energy and talent.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
No,
you wasting
facts.
your energy and
so
talent.
I just want to teach them. Even that's my 6th grade class. My high school class is called leadership. So I'm teaching leadership and careers. You know,
that's
what I mean?
big,
I'm just trying to get kids to understand, especially like I said on the east side of Las Vegas, where they don't have that rah.
Right, they don't.
Ain't no cheerleaders for
it. Ain't none of that.
I just want to.
That's probably the most needed next to the west side.
Yeah.
Underdeveloped area, the east side. You know, man. Yeah. That's huge, man.
Facts.
That's definitely huge.
I'll get out there with my pom poms.
Cheer them on, huh? Yeah. Say somebody got to. Somebody got to, man.
I'll do it.
Got to,
if anybody else do it, I'll do it.
Yeah,
you
that's
already
big.
know.
But man, I think that's part of you know, like a legacy that we leave, man. You know, like you look back and say, like, this dude put in work, trying to better these students, trying to better these kids, trying to make them better people. You know what I mean? So
I ain't trying
commend
to be
you.
popular.
Right.
I think you know me well enough to know I could care less if the dudes in the streets know me, or you ain't at this show, or we didn't see you at that show. What I want to say is I didn't see you at this community service project.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I ain't seen you in none of these high schools, these middle schools.
That's where they gonna remember you.
I don't see you dealing with none of these kids. You feel what I'm saying? And to me, the next generation is more important now more than ever.
It's
based upon the last 4 years we just went through.
Especially
you know
where we at now.
Yeah, it can't never happen like that again.
It's critical.
We can't never let that happen again.
It's critical, man. Definitely, man.
Facts.
So definitely appreciate you, man. Anything else, man, you want the people to know, man? It's Ran Blacc, CEO, artist, teacher, coach, motivator, community man.
Jack of all trades.
Yeah, he got
master
so many
of many.
hats, man.
Yeah, they act like they say master of none. I'm master of many. You did.
Yeah, master of
No, just tap in, man. If you trying to change a life, man, that's what I'm about, man. Changing lives, man. One kid at a time, one adult at a time, one life at a time. I mean, tap into Facebook, Ran Blacc. Tap into my website, ranblacc.com. Instagram, Ran Blacc.
Yeah.
Snapchat, you know what it is. Anything social media,
TikTok,
Ran Blacc, all of that. Ran Blacc, you know what I'm talking about. Crown Music. Please
Check
search
the
that
album,
up. Spotify.
Emotions of a Man.
Emotions of Man, The Brotherhood, The Rebirth, Out of My Mind. Man, you can go to Audio Mac and find all our mixtape work. I mean, we've been putting in work, man.
For a minute, man.
Yeah, we rather be, you know, one thing about Tupac that I love the most about Pac, especially when he was younger, before the Death Row days, but when he was younger, bro, Tupac wasn't a big look at me guy.
Right, it wasn't.
When he got to Death Row, he became that.
Right,
and I get it, and I understand why.
Yeah.
But I'm more focused on that Tupac before the Machiavelli. You know what I'm talking
Before
about?
all that,
We want to be that. We want to be a team like Wu-Tang. We want to be a business like Master P and them. And we want to be artists like Tupac, where we giving you stories. You can play our music 10 years from now, and it's still relevant.
it's still
to
relevant.
what's going on. You did?
It still speaks
Tap
to
in.
it. Yeah, it still
Tap in,
speaks to
man.
it, yeah.
Tilt your crown to the side. You did? Hey, make sure you go get that new Rise and Grind. You did?
Where can they get it at again?
Facebook.com. You can go to Crown Republic Merch and Apparel. You can go to Instagram, Crown
Republic.
Merch and Apparel. You did? We on that. Somebody hit me up. Let me go ahead and put this out there. Somebody hit me the other day and was like, yo, it kind of like the Colorado Rockies. No, it ain't. It's old English. They can't get me. Stop.
They can't get
Yeah. Trademark.
Crown
Stop
Republic.
playing.
It's
You
official,
did.
man.
It is.
Yeah, get it. So Ran Blacc, Streets of Vegas. We signing off. Shout out to 9N Studios where this was recorded at.
Yeah.
Come through and
It
get
go
your
up
stuff
over
recorded.
here.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's something special over here.
Streets of Vegas. We out. Ran Blacc. Appreciate you, brother.
Love, bro. You
Absolutely
already know.
love, man.
You think it ain't real out here in these streets? It's real out here in these streets.
The streets of Vegas.